Let us start the lecture. In this lecture, we are going to discuss on Hamiltonian dynamics. Okay, we have Lagrangian dynamics. Yes or no? First, just write down. We have Lagrangian dynamics. Lagrangian. We all know Lagrangian L is a function of generalized coordinate qi, then generalized velocity qi dot, and then time. Yes or no? And Lagrangian equation of motion is d by dt of L by tau qi dot minus tau L by dou qi is equal to 0. Yes or no? Where I is equal to 1, 2, 3 up to n, and n is equal to degree of freedom. Yes or no? In this equation of motion, we can see here we have to solve second order differential equation. That is, here we have to solve n number of second order differential equations, which is very difficult to solve. Yes or no? So, to overcome this difficulty, we use Hamiltonian formulation. Okay. Then what is the Hamiltonian formulation? Let's just see. In Hamiltonian, we have H. Hamiltonian H is a function of generalized coordinate pi, generalized momentum pi, and then time. And equation of motion for Hamiltonian is qi dot is equal to dou h by dou pi, and pi dot is equal to negative of dou h by dou qi. Here you can see qi dot means dqi by dt is equal to dou h by dou pi, and dpi by dt is equal to negative of dou h by dou qi. Here you can see, here we have to solve first order differential equation. Yes or no? First order differential equation, which is easier than Lagrangian. Yes or no? So use Hamiltonian instead of Lagrangian dynamics. Okay. Then just see how we can transform the Lagrangian dynamics into Hamiltonian dynamics. We all know, to find out the Lagrangian dynamics, that is to find out the Lagrangian, we must use the kinetic energy and potential energy term. Then from this Lagrangian, we can easily find out the Hamiltonian. Let's see how can I transform the Lagrangian into Hamiltonian. We can transform the Lagrangian into Hamiltonian by using the transformation called Legendre transformation. What I say? Legendre transformation. Okay. Then what is this Legendre transformation? Just see. If we have to transform a function f having variable xy to a function g having variable u and v. Okay, let's see how we can transform. Then g of u phi can be written as f of xy. First we have to write the old function minus x dou f by dou x minus, that is y dou f by dou y. By this process, we can transfer one function to another function. Then just see, here we have L Lagrangian is a function of generalized coordinate qy, generalized velocity qy dot, then time, and Hamiltonian is a function of generalized coordinate qy, generally momentum pi, then t. Okay, let's see here. Lagrangian also have qy and Hamiltonian have qy. Lagrangian have time t, Hamiltonian have time t. Here only one variable is changes, transform, that is qy dot transform to pi. Okay, then how we can transform this? Just see, you can write here Legendre transformation of L, that is Lagrangian. Okay, then just see, here you can write a function, new function is equal to Lagrangian negative of, here we have to change only the qy dot term, then qy dot, then dou L by dou qy dot. As I write here the subscript I, then just take a summation symbol here, or you can write f is equal to L minus sum over I qy dot L by, but we know this one is our generalized momentum, yes or no? As this one is our momentum generalized, that is we can write pi, yes or no? So here we can write f is equal to L minus sum over I qy dot pi, yes or no? Just give it equation number 1. Okay, then just see, we can directly put H, capital H, that Hamiltonian in place of f. Why? Just see, here we know Lagrangian is equal to t minus v, yes or no? Then just write down qy dot pi, qy dot pi, qy dot means velocity v, pi means momentum, that is mass into velocity mv, or this becomes mv square. We can write this as 2 into half mv square, which is equal to 2t, where t is equal to kinetic energy, that is equal to half mv square, yes or no? Let's see what happened here. Here this becomes f is equal to, in place of L just write down t minus v, in place of qy dot pi just write down negative of 2t. Here in this place we can get negative kinetic energy. Okay, that does not have any meaning, negative kinetic energy. In quantum mechanics, negative kinetic energy means the system is bound, yes or no? But here you can't say anything, so just multiply negative symbol on both the side, then just, that is the both the side on the equation 1. Then what you got here? Here you can get negative of f is equal to sum over I qy dot pi negative of L, yes or no? Here we can write, in place of minus f just write down Hamiltonian, H is equal to sum over I qy dot pi minus L. Let's see, here you can write, in place of qy dot pi we can write 2t, in place of L we can write t minus v. Then if we put a minus symbol here, then you can get H equal to t plus v. This indicates kinetic energy plus potential energy, means total energy of the system. Here you can say Hamiltonian is equal to total energy. Okay, and this is possible only when the potential energy V is a function of position only. That is, potential energy does not depend upon time. Then we can say Hamiltonian is the total energy of the system. Okay, this is our transformation, that is from Lagrangian to Hamiltonian. Here H equal to sum over I Qi dot Pi minus L, or you can also write L equal to sum over I Qi dot Pi minus H. Okay. Then just take some example to get an idea on the transformation of Lagrangian to Hamiltonian. Let's take the first question. The question is, let our L is equal to half m L square theta dot square plus mgl cos theta. This is our Lagrangian equation of motion for simple pendulum. Yes or no? Just see how we can find out the Hamiltonian from this Lagrangian. Solution is, we know Hamiltonian H is equal to sum over I Qi dot Pi minus L. Qi dot means generalized velocity. Here our generalized coordinate is theta and the generalized velocity is theta dot. So we can write H is equal to theta dot P theta. Yes or no? Theta dot P theta minus L. Then we have to find the P theta term. How we can find out P theta? That is, the P theta is the generalized momentum which is equal to dou L by theta dot. Yes or no? We can get, that is m L square theta dot, or we can write theta dot is equal to P theta by m L square. Yes or no? So just write down P theta by m L square in place of theta dots. So here you can get P theta by m L square into P theta minus L. Yes or no? So what we got here? Just see. Here you can get H is equal to P theta square by m L square minus, in place of L just write down what we have, half m L square theta dot square minus mgl cos theta. Here also in place of theta dot we can write P theta by ml square. So this becomes P theta square by ml square minus half ml square, that is P theta by ml square whole square minus mgl cos theta, and this becomes 1 by 2 P theta square by ml square minus mgl cos theta. Just see how the lengthy process is this. Yes or no? Then just apply a trick. Apply a trick to find out the Hamiltonian from the Lagrangian. Just you have to take only 5 to 10 seconds. Okay, how we can find out the Hamiltonian from Lagrangian? Same problem. Just see what we have. We have the Lagrangian is equal to half m L square theta dot square plus mgl cos theta. Just see how we can write the Hamiltonian. Hamiltonian is equal to, first just write down this half, then write down P theta in place of theta dot. Here we have theta dot square, then just write down p theta square, divide by, write down the coefficient of theta dot square in numerator, that is in denominator, that is here ml square is the coefficient of theta dot square. So write this in denominator and put a negative symbol in potential, minus mgl cos theta. Then what you got here? H is equal to half p theta square by ml square minus mgl cos theta. Yes or no? Let's see. How easy is this? Yes or no? Just, I think you have to take only 3 to 4 seconds, not more than that. Yes or no? Then let us take the second example. Just apply the shortcut method. You can get h equal to, just write half as it is. Then in place of h dot square, just write down px square by the coefficient of x dot square. Write in denominator 1 by x. Yes or no? Then put a positive symbol and write down vx. Here you can get h equal to 1 by 2, that is x px square plus v of x. Then take another problem. Then just see, here we don't have any half term. Yes or no? So we have to make in term of half. So how we can make this? Just see, just divide 2 and multiply 2. Okay, then we can easily find out the Hamiltonian. Here Hamiltonian h becomes, write down half as it is, then p1 square in place of q1 dot square by the coefficient is 2. So just write down 2 here, then plus half p2 square by 2. Here we don't have any half, so just represent this Lagrangian in term of half. Divide 2 and multiply 2. Only to the kinetic energy term. Okay, then Hamiltonian h becomes half as it is. In place of h dot square, just write down px square by the coefficient is 2a plus py square by 2v, then positive v. Okay, this is our Hamiltonian. Let's say how easy is this? Yes or no? Just apply the shortcut, apply the trick. Okay, this is all about the lecture.